Miss Crip Mac on hood. What's happening? Shout out PIPERBOY Williams, your verified source, battle rap and entertainment on hood.
Shout out to everybody. I want to talk to y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? I do want to say this, right? Eazy the Block Captain is one of the smartest marketers that you have in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? He was able to take a bad situation and make it positive for himself, you know, and he put the viewer in the situation of watching David and Goliath and having to pick a side, you know, and for the most part, I think the fans and everybody picked Eazy the Block Captain's side, which is kind of wild if you really think about it, right? And I think that's an accomplishment in itself, right? So you got to think, well, first of all, shout out to Remy Ma, right? She put out a post, and the post was basically, she's congratulating Eazy the Block Captain. She's saying like he did it all himself in the midst of all of the efforting. You know what I'm saying? He was able to do this and pull this off. You know, so I don't know. Shout out to him. But I do want to say, I don't believe she ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I see what she's saying. I do not believe, I don't care about the marketing and promotion. I do not believe she did not have nothing to do with it. You know, because you got to think about this, right? So Eazy just went through all of this with the Trenches car. He might have paid for some of the battles on his own, but he got venue costs. He got all this has got to get paid, right? I think they might have gotten like sold like around 3,000 streams. And I think if you, $35 times 3,000 streams, then you got to pay taxes, your venue costs, you got to pay for avocado, you got to pay for, you know, Rap Grid, you got to pay, they take big chunks. You know what I'm saying? Rap Grid takes a big chunk. So you got to pay that, and then you got the artists that you recouping from, and you got, you know, so it's like, it's a lot that goes into an event that, you know, people don't really look at or realize, you know, and then you go through all of that, and you give Remy Ma the battle. So I don't know if y'all have been paying attention. So Harlem Legend, he did an interview with Eazy the Block Captain, right? And this is Eazy kind of addressing this whole URL, like responding to his lawyers, right? Eazy's kind of, you know, antagonizing URL, saying, oh, you know, if y'all want to sue me, you know, let's go. Let's just get it over with. I'm ready, like antagonizing the URL. And at the end, he ends up saying, oh, and the battles are dropping on Chrome 23. So you did all of this, you know, and paid for all of this just to give Remy Ma the battles. That doesn't make sense to me. But it's all about public perception of what you can make people believe. You know what I mean? And I think one of the biggest issues that URL might have had was thinking that Remy Ma was involved in this the whole time. You know, because you had like a battler go over there with, you know, show the contract, all that. You know, why would they think, you know, Remy Ma had anything to do with it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe Eazy can, you know, refute that. Yo, like Remy Ma wasn't on Chrome 23, I should say. You know, wasn't in the contract, or the battles weren't supposed to drop on Chrome 23. That was, or supposed to drop on Chrome 23. That wasn't in the contract. Maybe he can refute that. But when you got like somebody going to them and telling them that Remy Ma is involved, and you have him out here saying like, no, he's doing this, all this stuff. It's like, what do you believe, right?
We got I'm gonna give y'all another exclusive. This is gonna be he ha ha. All the battles dropping on Chrome 23. I'm out here.
Oh no! He did not just.
And this is why I think he's one of the smartest marketers. And you also got to think about this throughout this entire situation. Remy, what was it, URL, they've kind of been on the defense. The offensive player in this whole situation was Eazy the Block Captain. You got to think, they didn't like made him a household name, right? It takes years to do that, but he signed like a 5-year contract with, you know, URL having, you know, the ability to extend the contract another year, kind of like them sports contracts, unless you get like a player, you know, position in the contract to where you can like, you know, negotiate different terms or whatever, you know what I mean? Like a player agreement or something, you can negotiate different terms. He had like I guess like a blanketed contract, like, yo, like 5 years. And then like, you know what I mean? We have an option for 6 years. So it normally takes around a little bit over 2 years to make a star. You know what I mean? To get people familiar with them. And you know what I'm saying? By the time you get them on the course of battling the right people, if they're winning the battles, you know, and spreading out the battles and not making them battle too much and all that, it could take like 2 or 3 years for that to happen. So they get into the third year with Eazy the Block Captain, and then he dubs the contract when he gets popular. This is after all of the marketing that's going into Eazy the Block Captain, right? They had to like put him up against the right people, you know? And then after Ultimate Madness, they had to make it to where T-Top or, you know, Danny Myers wanted to battle him. That costs like more money in negotiations because you got to get them to want to battle somebody that's not lit. You know, like, yeah, Eazy's not that expensive at the time, but, you know, Danny Myers might not want to battle Eazy the Block Captain. So they got to make concessions in order to get battles like that to happen, to boost and build his profile. Because remember, he didn't win the tournament. You know, so they move on and, you know, he gets with gun titles, all of this. He takes the right battles. You know, he starts winning. I mean, he's winning the battles, right? And then they get him to the point to where they can finally, after putting all of this investment in an artist, they can finally recoup something. As a business, that's how it works. Record company, they make you popular. They make you, you know what I mean, a household name. The thing with the record companies, they got to recoup some money from you. You know what I mean? Like, so when you get to the point to where you're valuable, it makes sense. Eazy got to the point to where he's valuable. He's seen an exit. You know what I mean? And in his mind, he took the exit. You know, I can get out of this contract. I could jump ship. I can go with Remy Ma. You know, the fans will probably rock with me. If they don't, whatever. I'm doing what makes sense to me. A Hitman Holla battle. This is what I'm going to do. You know, and then like you got to look at the fans. The fans are like, yo, why don't the URL, why would they want Eazy to call them? And Eazy, he takes over marketing like, yo, like, no, like, why would I call them? And, you know, like, I'm Eazy. I'm not violating. I'm not going with RBE. Like, why would I call URL? Smart marketing. You got to think, the reason why URL wants artists to call them, not necessarily to tell them no with battles, is because of scheduling. You know what I mean? Like, if Eazy the Block Captain is battling, you know, Hitman Holla, and he's under contract with URL, and they might be thinking about doing an event or putting something together, and he may have to be on the card. You know, they may have to push things back, you know, for somebody that's not even in their company. You know what I mean? So they got to know like what your schedule is or what's going on before they can put cards together. So a lot of people feel like URL is just trying to block battles. Sometimes they block battles. You know what I mean? And they didn't want him battling, you know, Hitman Holla. You know, so, but for the most part, I think the call, probably him not calling, was a problem. But then he ended up talking to somebody, whatever. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? You're hearing different things. We're hearing at first he didn't talk to nobody. Then we're hearing later on he ended up talking to somebody. And then now I'm seeing a Hip Hop Is Real interview to where he's saying he talked to Beasley. So I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? All we can see and go off of is the marketing of what's happening. You know, and what I see is he jumped ship. He's riding with Remy. He's doing interviews saying, I don't care what URL thinks. I'm doing this battle. I'm getting my money. While he's in contract. And he was able to turn the audience's opinion against the URL when he signed the contract. You know what I mean? For URL, to be exclusive to URL and battle on the URL. He signed that contract, violated the contract, or in his mind, looking for a loophole to get out of the contract, right? So he gets out of the contract in his mind, does the battle, and then goes on a media run against the URL. And the whole time, URL is kind of in defense, and he's on the offense. You know what I mean? Mad at URL for all of this. And it's like, yo, I'm looking at it from both sides, right? I want Eazy the Block Captain to win. I think everybody in media is always talking about YouTube drops. They're important. They're valuable. When a battler has a YouTube drop, people know who we talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm for YouTube drops. And he felt like, yo, I done completed so many battles that people can't see. You know, like, I feel like I got to make a move. You know, he feels like P didn't do anything for him. But remember them battles I'm talking about? Where you got, you know, like maybe like a T-Top or a Danny Myers or whatever didn't want to battle him? Like, P was behind, like, putting those battles together. You know what I'm saying? Or remember the time when, you know, Summer Madness, when we were all like lobbying and saying, no, like Chess and Eazy needs to be on Summer Madness. P's the one that put that battle together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all remember that. And that battle, or what P did to, you know, help boost the profile of Eazy the Block Captain, all gets pushed to the side. You know, in the marketing campaign, which I think is genius. You know, but with the marketing and promotion, you would think P did nothing for him. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm hearing things behind the scenes and seeing things happening now, and it's like, yo, some things are adding up, some things are not adding up, some things are aligned, some things are not aligned. I don't know. Maybe P could be lying about different things. Maybe Eazy. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the marketing is showing that Eazy the Block Captain is winning. You know what I mean? In this situation. You know, and URL did nothing for him. He's moving the needle on his own. You know, they're playing the offense. I mean, the defense just sitting back. He's continuing to market. You know, so they get into a situation where they pulling their artists off the card, the trenches. We not, you know what I mean? Like, we not rocking. Well, I did hear a lot of artists went to the URL, you know, and got themselves off the card. They didn't want to be on the card, you know what I mean? Because they didn't want to be involved in that, you know. But then you had Danny Myers. He went on like a channel, I think it was Angry Fan, and he was talking about, yo, they basically gave him an ultimatum, like, you could lose everything if you don't get off that card. So they pulled Danny Myers off of the card. Some people saying, yo, these people aren't even in contract. Why are they getting pulled off of the card? I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's not in contract, why are you pulling them off the card? You know what I mean? But there were some people in contract that, you know, he may have been trying to get on the card. Maybe like a bill collector. You know what I mean? I don't want to say nobody else's name that may have been supposed to be on the card. But, you know, they kind of thinking like, yo, why is our artist getting put on your card after you just violated? It's kind of probably what they thinking. You know, and then you got Eazy the Block Captain using that as marketing and leverage to kind of push the trenches event. Genius. You know what I mean? Genius. So now you've got David and Goliath, right? You got the URL versus Eazy the Block Captain, and Eazy's trying to do battles and, you know, put it on YouTube and trying to put people on and trying to get visibility. He's going back and forth with media. He's got media on his platform. He's doing a lot, you know what I mean, to try to keep visibility, you know what I mean, and to keep himself in the fans' graces, which I think is smart. But all the while, the fans are forgetting all the things that URL has done for him. You know what I mean? Or the gun titles. You know what I mean? Like he ended up clicking up with gun titles. Surf did a lot of marketing for him. Who was Surf under? What umbrella is he under? The URL. You know what I mean? Like a lot of cosigns, a lot of, yo, y'all need to check out Eazy the Block. He could beat all y'all, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he could win against all y'all. The old Summer Man, all that, the marketing campaign for it. A lot of that was led by Surf. You know, who is with the URL. But if you listen to Eazy, nobody did anything for him.
I sell tickets.
Yeah, you can
this
see
is,
that.
but some of them know that they don't sell tickets.
Okay.
So I kind of understand it now. Me, I just...
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. It's an interesting dynamic because you got to think, you know, the league that gave you the battles through all the years, one person was able to turn the whole fan base against them. When all the while, the URL is playing the defense. And he's even playing the offense now. He just had the battle. He doing more interviews talking about the business. You know what I'm saying? Or what, like, you know, how he felt about the different situations and what the private business matters was, and still kind of low-key going in. He's still doing that. You know what I mean? Which I think is smart because, you know, people feel like they're attached to the artist. They want the artist to win, and they need more information. You know what I mean? They're hearing things from different media sources or different entities, and they want to hear from Eazy's, you know, himself, what is really going on. And he's able to talk about everything and paint the picture however he feels. Meanwhile, URL is behind the scenes not saying nothing. You know what I mean? But they did respond. You know, they responded to his lawyers who, you know, because he had us thinking, Eazy had us thinking. They didn't respond to, you know, him trying to get out of the contract when his lawyers sent them that information. You know, the loophole. But they did respond. URL did respond. And we seen all the, you know what I mean, the paperwork yesterday on different channels or whatever. They did respond. They responded a while ago, you know, with everything. You know what I mean? And it's like, what do you want to believe? You know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. But I'm curious, is Eazy the Block in contract or is he not in contract? You know, or does it even matter at this point? You know what I mean? And who is actually running the trenches? Is it Remy Ma? He gave her the battles. Or is it Eazy the Block Captain? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? One thing I can say is all we can do is talk about what's put in front of us, right? We can talk about all day long, this is Eazy's card, or, you know, Remy Ma didn't have nothing to do with it and all that. But at the end of the day, it's like, what are the moves, the chess moves that's being played? Like, what I see is Remy got the battles.
I'm gonna give y'all another exclusive. This is gonna be ha ha. All the battles dropping on Chrome 23. I'm out here.
Oh, no. He did not just.
You know what I mean? Like, she got the battle. This is what I think is going on, right? I think that trenches might be used to vet battlers. Because you got to think, if Remy Ma's going to throw a card, a big card, let's just say she's going to put on Charlie Clips versus Eazy the Block. This is all speculation, ball, Eazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking. But let's just say she's going to put on like a Charlie Clips and Eazy the Block captain, and she's got to have a card, you know, built around this battle if she's going to do it. Because she's already expressed, like, publicly, she don't care about how the URL thinks, what the URL thinks. She gonna move how she moves. She got the money. You know what I mean? She could do whatever she want to do. You know what I mean? She got the backing. She got a media person backing her. She got, like, you know, Rare Breed Entertainment, ARP backing her. She got, you know what I'm saying, a lot of support and battle rap. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm kind of looking at all this, and it looks like the trenches might be a vetting process. She builds a card around Eazy. How she know people ain't gonna dub the battles? You know what I mean? And go back with the URL. She got to be thinking, if that's the pot, you know, if this is going on, and if the trenches, she's got something to do with it, Gutter City or whatever, if she's got something to do with it, it's smart. You know what I mean? And nobody's the wiser, you know, and she can sit back, relax. She don't get any negative press, you know, and Eazy does all the work, and he's the front man for everything. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I think marketing is important. You know what I mean? Like, you can turn like a whole fan base of people that have been rocking with a company for years. You know what I mean? Or the talent from a company for years, decade. You know what I mean? Like, you're able to do that as one person, you know, and nobody will be the wiser of what's actually going on. I think that's amazing. I think it's smart. You know, I think it's ingenious. You know, and if I'm Eazy, it's like, what do you do at this point? Now he's got a channel. He can blog. He can talk about what he wants. You know what I mean? And I think that's very, very smart of him. You know, but I'm curious, like, is Remy Ma involved in Gutter City, or is she not? You know what I mean? And then it's like, I don't know, like, where does Eazy go from here, right? The only thing he can really do, you got to think, because he can't really go on Rare Breed Entertainment, because URL just put out publicly. Or not publicly, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they really, like, put it out. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing, you know, they put it out, like, Eazy's kind of alluding to they're putting it out, but there's no information saying that the URL even put that out. Nothing saying that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody was nosy and looked, and I don't know. Maybe they could have gave it to somebody else put it out. Chico, Beasley, and P, neither one of them, like, went public, like, with a paper and put it out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Just say they play defense, you know what I mean? They might throw a jab every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? But they play defense, and Eazy's playing offense the entire time. Smart marketing, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Can Rare Breed Entertainment book Eazy the Block captain? I don't know. That information being out there, them responding to his lawyers, they still think he's under contract and threatening to sue. And then the ARP, he's kind of in a lawsuit with him already. You know, y'all got to think, like, lawsuits cost a lot of money. You know what I mean? Unless somebody's operating on a contingency fee. So look at Norbs. Like, when did he get into a lawsuit with the URL? Years ago. They're still in a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? His lawyer, like, obviously, if Norb's lawyer wins, he can get 33 1/3%, a big chunk of money if Norbs can get millions of dollars out of this situation. You know what I mean? I think Norbs has one little thing working for him, you know, that hasn't been thrown out. You know, but that's still in litigation, you know what I'm saying? Like, or in the process, you know what I mean, in court. If URL decides to sue, like, Eazy, how long could this take? You know what I mean? How long is the lawsuit going to take between URL and Rare Breed Entertainment, torturous interference? You know what I mean? Are they willing, knowing that URL has a statement out, you know what I mean, or kind of, or paperwork from a lawyer out, responding to Eazy's lawyer saying that he's still in contract, And everybody knows in the battle rap community, would Rare Breed Entertainment be willing to book Eazy the Block Captain? That's the way you're going to determine whether or not he in or he's out of a contract. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. And Eazy is bold. I rock with him. This is what he did. Right after all of this, he's in his spaces. He got Reed Dollars in his spaces. He got multiple different people in his spaces. K Walker. And he's saying like, yo, I think, you know, Reed versus Tay-Rock will be dope. And maybe I can call, you know, different people. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, would they do the card? You know what I mean? You got to think about it. Let's just say you had Trenches too, and you put Reed and Rock on the card. You know what I'm saying? Or try to get Rock to do the card. Rock already chose sides with all of this. You know, so I don't think he would do the Trenches, and maybe he would. I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just the Eazy battle that he's not willing to do off of the URL. Maybe he would do, you know, a Reed battle. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But given the circumstance of everything going on, I don't think he would. You know, but he's still talking like he can still book all these people. And it's like, am I missing something? You know what I mean? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I want him to succeed. I want all his business ventures to succeed. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes in terms of, you know, whether or not Remy's involved in Trenches. I don't know. You know, but he's still thinking about booking people that are URL artists. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. The marketing is genius. He almost had me hating the URL. I can't stand the URL. I hate him. P ain't do nothing for him. Now I start thinking and analyzing. So I'm like, whoa. This dude really has everybody thinking P did nothing for him. URL did nothing. He did this all on his own. On his own volition. He did everything on his own, you know, regardless of the marketing that they put into him. And everybody's talking about him in the media and all that. And Surf getting involved in the gun titles, you know, Rock and what was it? Rock and Eazy versus Geechee Gotti and Swamp. You know, all that, them putting him into the presence of the viewers, you know, and making sure he's on caffeine. I think P was involved in making sure he was on caffeine. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how he got discovered, to be on Fresh Prince. Caffeine. You know, and it's like, he can make you think nobody did anything for him. That's a genius. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying? Genius marketing. You know what I mean? I didn't talk about the Twork thing. I didn't talk about that. I do want to... Let's go on my other car, man. I did tell y'all I was gonna do one in my other car. You know what I'm saying? The black seats. Hold on real quick. I do want to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, oh, you ain't gonna blog in there, the one with the black seats. This is the Tesla with the black seats. This is my Tesla with the black seats. This is my Tesla with the white seats. I like the white seats, but I just think it look better in the blog. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't like the bar, you know what I mean, in this one, but, you know, it is what it is. I do want to say this, right? Twork ended up putting out a statement on Twitter. This is what he said. He was like, y'all mad at the people giving out the 6 to 10 year contracts, but you're not mad at the people for signing them. This is what he said, right? So Eazy the Block Captain sees that. He responds to it. He was like, this is why you get out of a contract. This is what I think. First of all, you sign a contract, but some contracts can be excessive. You know, I feel like URL did what they were supposed to do in the 3 years that they had him. You know what I mean? They made him a household name. They put him with all the right people. They gave him the matchups that everybody cared about. You know what I'm saying? To make him a ticket seller and a person that can hold his own versus a Hitman Holla, and now can do a Trenches event, sell pay-per-views, and sell tickets. I think URL accomplished that goal in terms of making him a household name. You know what I mean? Having a 5-year contract with, you know, them having the ability to get you for another year, I think is excessive. You know what I mean? That's just me, my personal opinion. I think what Eazy was saying is like, yo, like they would basically have me for 2 additional years with no battles. I don't know. None of us would know unless we seen the contract. I know there's NDAs. People can't share their contract. You know what I think? I think a lot of people have contracts with clauses like that to where they can extend the contract if they choose to. And people don't pay attention and they choose to extend the contract. You know, and I think this is how some people get jammed up with a URL contract. Stuff like that, I think is predatory. I don't care what they say. This is not the NBA. This is you know, this is predatory to me. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. This is my opinion. You know, so if he feels like he can get out of the contract, if he can find a loophole to do that, fine. But it looks like URL still believes he's in contract. I feel like Eazy needs to go ahead and figure out how to get a judge to sign off on him not being in contract. If he can do that, he good, he golden, he can go to rare breed, do whatever he want, and they can't send cease and desist or try to stop his momentum of what he's got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, you know what I mean? But I'm looking at everything in its totality, and I gotta be real, you know, like I'm a URL fan. Like, yeah, I'm an Eazy fan right now, but I'm a URL fan. You know, and I seen like all the work they put in throughout the years, making people stars and talent. Yeah, they can make another star. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, URL, you say you made this star, make another star. You know, but I've seen it time and time again, them produce stars, you know, and, you know, some people feel like they got a good deal. Some people feel like they got a bad deal, you know, but Eazy the Block Captain, I feel like is moving how he wants to move it. And right now he's got the culture rocking with him, you know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I seen Eazy and Anwar talking. You know, maybe they can get a battle between him and Twork started. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But if they end up battling, would Twork do the battle, you know, or would he like not do the battle? You know, it's not with this URL situation. I don't even know if that can happen, like a rematch with him and Twork. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speculating. I'm a blogger. I'm one out of many. You know, I'm just calling everything like I see it. But shout out to Eazy the Block Captain. Shout out to everybody. I'm just trying to be fair. Y'all can get mad at me if y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get back to enjoying my day. Shout out to y'all. I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.